I must be honest, Jeremy, when we commentated on Fraser Patrick on Wednesday in his first match when he was beaten 9-3 by Luong Doc Tien on this table, I never imagined we'd see him in this situation. But boy, has he improved seemingly with every match.
And it's obvious he just didn't bring his game in that match, because although Tien played pretty solid, you would say that Fraser made a handful of mistakes that a quarterfinalist usually wouldn't make. All right, great opening shot on the one, as Phil talked about. Mickey Krause is really starting to become one of those we talk about, can knock balls in from anywhere. Okay, this is going to bounce a little bit and offer an angle. Does he want to play short side on the purple 5, or does he want to play for the combination onto the black 8? I think this was smart. No reason to try and play a real light stroke there with this combination. Really, it's pretty easy overall. Now Fraser, he hasn't been back on this table, has he, since that loss? Don't think so.
No, hasn't been.
Yeah, so if you're going to try and win this tournament, of course, you got to have some wins here. At least 2, but he's back out there. But I was thinking about the guy at the table. He wants to get in a match or 2 on this slicker TV table, because he's been in that winning position before, and he's starting to probably feel a little similar than he did last year at the European Open.
First blood efficiently drawn by the Great Dane, Mickey Krause. Straight into winning ways in 2025. He won one of the very first tournaments in pool of the calendar year, the Mini Derb in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, but the 9-ball goes astray.
Well, again, I wasn't so sure about the decision. Not only that, he certainly didn't hit it how he wanted. He wanted to draw the cue ball all the way back up near the pink. So way off with the stroke.
And one of the recurring themes of this week for Fraser Patrick, when he's in like this, he's normally made the most of it. I'm not first became a snooker professional in 2007. He has won the Scottish Amateur Championship twice, which is a really good achievement, but that one, a large margin of error, and he left it well short.
Yeah, he had a decision to go with inside spin 1 rail up, I thought. Didn't mind this decision, but needed a lot more juice.
And as they say, one thing leads to another. Positional knock-on effect.
Yeah, but I think he's pretty happy with this overall. Cue ball got off the cushion.
Now let me tell you something, folks. As that 9-ball was going to the pocket, Jeremy Jones threw his hands in the air. He thought he'd missed it. I thought he'd missed it. I think Fraser thought he'd missed it. And yet the pocket seemed to suck in the bumblebee.
Planet not to win one of these World 9-Ball Tour majors?
Well, they say the rankings don't lie. He's 5th in the rankings, which is the highest place of any player left in the event.
And you could see a little slump of the shoulders after watching the one miss again, and that's what I was talking about. It's going to happen. It's going to happen to all the players. You really just got to kind of be settled with the mind on the break and give it your best effort. Here he's got a nice 7-ball that hung that makes this combination really not missable.
There was a split second there where his heart was in his mouth. That 7 was rather stubborn. And it was a double kiss. It wasn't the correct contact.
Yeah, and the one got on the rail. He's going to get another little kiss here. Oh, maybe not a good one. Well, can the lefty reach this? Of course, he knows how to use the bridge, but can he hold the speed? Does he have to come up above the red 3?
Extension call.
Well, using the rest for Fraser Patrick is a natural thing coming from a snooker background, but that shot was always going to be rather smelly.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, with the bridge, that kind of shot with the 2-ball stuck to the rail, you want spin. I may have considered hitting it thicker and play it off the 5 to the pocket, just because the way it sat. It was an odd ball for sure. All right, watch out for the cue ball off the 5. Don't be afraid to switch. I think we saw Jason Shaw switch a little bit mid-match and produce great results. Now this cue ball is going to rest near the rail, which is going to make the rack very difficult from here. He's going to have to ease this and hold position between the pink 4 and the brown 7, and that's for the red 3. In the upper right corner, so gonna have to really work to earn this one. Little slump of the shoulders there as well. That's kind of telling us the body language. Maybe he's partially hooked.
I think he's quite demonstrative when things don't go well.
Yeah, smart shot there, and that was definitely by design. And look how good it is. I don't know if that's a normal snooker shot, but that's a shot that requires some experience and something you've had to have learned.
Yeah, it is a shot they play in snooker, but obviously the degree of precision to get the hook, that's the icing on the cake.
Yeah, the speed was perfect, and I think less room for error on the pool table with that kind of shot than on the snooker table, because the distance and being able to lay the 3-ball down on the cushion and whatnot, it's going to earn him a shot here in game number 4.
Stuart Bingham and former world number 3 James Watanabe.
Did we see that right there? I don't know if we can get another look, but it looked like when he got down on the ball, the cue ball settled and kind of rocked a little bit. Just when his body got down, he kind of looked at it like it rocked as well. And watch when he kind of gets down. See it settle there? Did you see it just rock over? And he took a look at it. It was very subtle, but it was definitely there.
Obviously not a foul, but the observational skills of Jeremy Jones, excellent.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I've never seen that in my life where the ball moves. You know, I played on loose felt back in the day at the club, and, you know, you kind of drag your hand up and the ball might rock. Anything might happen in the club. But now in the last year or so, that craziness that happened to Mario He, and we saw another one last week, I think, at the Scottish Open, I believe it was, where a ball kind of rocked. And strange, really.
You do occasionally see balls go into the heart of the pocket and jump back out when they played at extreme pace, but that one was never going to be played at pace. And much like the Nineball in the second rack that Patrick cajoled in, that one hit a lot of jaw before finally finding gravity. So Patrick looking to win rack 5 and hit the front for the first time.
And cue ball's gone, it looks like.
Foul stroke.
One not down again, so I think next time Fraser gets to break the balls, maybe Mickey Krause as well, you got to change locations. Maybe give the one a chance in the opposite side pocket. Yeah, I'm curious if he's changed locations, and he has. So I think very wise. He's gone to his right side of the box, look for the one.
Krause to break.
What would be the right middle? Or right middle.
Foul stroke. Ball in hand.
Well, that sequence of racks being won against the break might well continue after this scratch.
And please start the clock.
Yeah, but no kiss on the cue ball there at all. Mickey will tell you I hit that one a bit too thick.
It is 3-1 to Aloysius Shap over Phawang Nam Pham on table 2 in the other quarter-final that's ongoing. Here looks like being as tight as it possibly can be. I must say I love the cue action. It's aesthetically pleasing the way he pauses at the back.
Extension called.
Yeah, Mickey Krause pretty similar most of the time, and lefty going for his extension.
Fraser Patrick.
Fraser Patrick is displaying stickability. He's been behind 3 times. On every occasion, he's equalised. Vicinity now, if he could get to the final, it would be his most profitable tournament. And of course, if you get dollar signs in the eyes, then the tension rises and you become prone to error. Try and forget all that. Hard though when there's riches on offer.
He may have fluked it. Yeah, big fluke. Talked about this in the last match, where when, you know, certain players, when they have to play a tactical match, sometimes you can kind of wear them out a little bit. Talked about that with Shaw and Winnie Antoine, that Jason wouldn't mind some tactical battles against a guy that's so offensive, and don't think it would be the worst thing here for Fraser either. Just got to bounce a little bit.
Really good camera angle there, right down the line of the cue, and he delivered that one straight.
Now this is the type of shot on the slick table. If you don't put a good stroke on it, you could get a kiss. Just trying to cross this bank over. Yeah, really good. Good speed as well.
We mustn't dismiss what he did to win the Scottish Open last weekend. Mickey Krause beat Aloysius Shap in the final, Victor Zielinski in the semi-final. In the quarters in the last 16, he beat Eklund Kachi and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz
Extension
for the loss of only 2 racks in each match.
Well, that tells you what I was just saying, that, you know, he's the type of player that puts together a lot of racks when he's winning, and he's a big breaker, a big shot maker, very confident player. And I thought the Scottish Open might really kind of, you know, kind of open up for him just because it's a little friendlier pocket there at that tournament. They're a little bigger.
Foul stroke.
Don't
Ball in
see it
hand.
very often. The jump kick shot.
Please start the clock.
Now, this is the type of shot on the slick table. If you don't put a good stroke on it, you could get a kiss. He's trying to cross this bank over. Yeah, really good. Good speed as well.
We mustn't dismiss what he did to win the Scottish Open last weekend. Mickey Krause beat Alosha Shap in the final, Victor Zielinski in the semi-final. In the quarters in the last 16, he beat Eklund Kachi and Francisco Sanchez Ruiz
Extension
for the
call.
loss of only 2 racks in each match.
Well, that tells you what I was just saying, that, you know, he's the type of player that puts together a lot of racks when he's winning, and he's a big breaker, a big shot maker, very confident player. And I thought the Scottish Open might really kind of open up for him just because it's a little friendlier pocket there at that tournament. They're a little bigger.
Foul stroke.
Don't
Ball in
see it
hand.
very often. The jump kick shot.
Please start the clock.
It's just not going the way of the former snooker pro. It seems as though Patrick is fading. The European Open in Sarajevo. He was eventually eliminated by Hubert Lepotko, the Pole, but even in his first 2 matches when he beat amateurs, he was missing balls all over the place, seemed all at sea. This is the real Mickey Krause that's returned.
Yeah, you rarely see a youngster, but at that European Open, he kind of felt like he got where he didn't care as
Krause
much.
wins 10th rack.
It's a rare thing in pro sports, but much different making, like you said. So again, Phil, watch what he does here, because I want to
Krause
see
to
if
break.
you've seen this
Leading 8
before.
racks to 3.
See, he's a little off center to his left, and then he breaks the right side of the one. I haven't seen this one yet on the World Nineball Tour. Didn't make the one, but he made the odd ball,
Foul
and
stroke.
along with the
Ball in
cue
hand.
ball.
We keep intimating that this is the last chance for
Please start the clock.
Fraser Patrick. I get the impression this really is the last chance. Okay, Krause not on the hill yet, but surely Patrick has to start knocking them in and putting his opponent under some form of pressure.
Here's that 3 foul situation I was telling you about. Now, the one thing he didn't notice there, though, is the 3-9 is lined up pretty nice overall. It's not bad, especially for the ball in hand on the 1 to get to the 2 to the 3-9. I thought that was a big option.
Yeah, just proving your point.
Now, he's done wonders with the safety. This is a difficult hit, but a lot of times these pros figure out a way to get at the ball. This has got to be on the lighter speed.
Foul stroke. Second foul. Ball in hand.
Another reason, Phil,
Please
sorry,
stop.
a lot of times you don't play that for the 3 foul when you have like a 3-9 here, or maybe a clearance. Is when you have ball in hand, of course, you have a chance to get that the best snooker possible, but the second snooker isn't that easy usually. Now he's going to attack maybe for that 3-9 combo here in a few shots.
Yeah, winning a rack with the 3 fouls. You see it on the odd occasion. We saw it on this table earlier this week in the match involving Victor Zielinski and Niels Fine. Fine won the rack, but he didn't win the match.
Yeah, he's gotten a little flat here. So he's got to come a long ways to be comfortable for this combo. Yeah, he's going to have quite a bit of cut on the 3 now. He's a little above it. Still fancy his chances, though.
Fraser
3-9,
Patrick
all isn't fine, but maybe that's the start of a Fraser Patrick fight back.
All right, I think he did change his location a little bit. He was on the outer part of the box. Now look, the 1 on the cue ball
Foul
and
strike,
the
ball in
9.
hand.
Wow.
Well, he mashed those, and in went the 9. Now that really helps when you're 8-4 down.
And please stop the clock.
Yeah, we talk about that cut break. It comes back into the 9. It produces golden breaks. It produces scratches. Well, got them both there, and no love for Fraser Patrick.
Horrible, wasn't it? Anything but the cue ball going in.
Fooling here, though. Mickey Krause is getting pretty settled in, and again, he's here to try and win the event. I mean, getting a very quality match in here late, if he goes on to win it. It's going to serve a lot of purpose for tomorrow.
The story of this match, well, maybe one chapter. 5 breaks from Fraser Patrick. Only one of them has been successful. Ooh, that wiped its feet.
Yeah, I don't think he's won a game on his break in this match, has he? And of course, we all know
Mickey Krause wins the
pretty
rack.
impossible to win out here doing that.
The Spaniard will be coming up next.
Well, I think you got to go here if you're Fraser. Play the cross side bank on the 1 and open the 2-8 naturally. Just a little high ball. Wouldn't baby it too much.
Well, that was very well played, well executed, well thought out.
Yeah, and he's still under a lot of control. He didn't just whack at that with a lot of speed, just kind of hoping some kind of collision on the 8-2 worked out.
But more than enough, and now the writing is on the wall.
Yeah, and he's got an angle to play the 3 in the lower left corner. He'll get proper on the pink to get back on the purple 5 on the bottom end, and from there it's just going to be all about maintaining a bit.
Hold your horses. Ooh. We didn't see that coming.
Come down the right side. I kind of like hitting it full and banking it 2 rails to the bottom. Really shocked he went for the cut shot. That didn't really look like much of a play at all.
I'm a little astonished, actually.
Yeah, even when he was down on the ball, Phil, I thought he was just edging it and coming down the right for a safety. I never dreamed he was really attempting that cut shot.
Extension called.
9-6, you're definitely in striking distance. 9-7, game on. I mean, really, that's how 9-ball pool is.
Krause maybe falling victim to being a little over anxious to get over the line.
Needs another good draw stroke here. Little thin on the 5.
Oh, what a fluke. What a fluke. He had a very favourable run of the ball when he beat Eklund Kachi in that major upset in losers qualification. Are the pool gods with him?
This may end up on top of the 6-ball. Did it open up enough? Yeah, I don't know. Does he have a pocket feel? This is awfully tight by the 7 and really thin to the middle.
Again, it's one of those that you would think would squeeze in, but it's like threading the eye of a needle.
Yeah, but it's the type of shot you want a little bit of speed on it so it'll slide, but I don't know. Yeah, that may slide in. Yes, it did. And it's a hard way to aim a little away from the pocket, anticipating the slide. That's a job well done there.
2 missed 3 balls from Mickey Krause in consecutive racks. 1 unexpected, the other, it was a surprising shot choice.
The side, that's what I kind of felt like, maybe a little trick shot. He's coming down behind the pink. This is perfect, really.
He walked away from the table, turned his back on the balls, still rolling. He knew he'd nailed that.
Yeah, and I think it's got to be a 2-rail escape of some sort. Can he get it by the 8 off the right rail to the top cushion with a lot of left spin? 1 rail, I don't like it at all. You could hit this ball and scratch. And you got to bend it a bit. Where's he going with this? Is he trying to arc this by the purple? Overcooked it, Bill.
All in hand.
And for the 3rd consecutive rack, Krause has a golden chance to slam the door.
And a great effort there from Fraser. It was a very difficult hit, and Mickey won't miss the 3 in this rack, but we'll see if he can finish it out.
You get the impression his race is about to be run.
Yeah, not a whole lot here. He's gotten perfect. Just needs to slide over a little bit. Don't want to get too straight here. Now he has an offer. He's going to draw stroke this out of the lower left corner with a little low right spin. Here, just go to be aggressive coming at the 8.
This is it for a place in the last 4.
Mickey Krause wins the match.
Danish delight,
7-7.
but not Scottish success. Disappointment etched all over the face of Fraser Patrick. It was a valiant effort, but in the end, Krause had too much experience and he came through into the semi-finals by a final score of 10 racks to 7.